Oxbridge puffs and angsty fucks, pretentious bohos on bad drugs, suburban housewives in a rut are the people who write poetry. Precocious youths and flowery twats, syphilitic aristocrats, literati sycophants are the people who write poetry. Snooty wanks from Bloomsbury, manic depressors in therapy, cranks full of misanthropy are the people who write poetry. Midlife crisis mums and dads, post-colonial firebrands, teenagers whom nobody understands are the people who write poetry. Creative writing school students, dilettantes and decadents, disaffected bedroom malcontents are the people who write poetry. Ivory tower nerdy gits, avant-garde stirring up shit, hippie mystics off their tits are the people who write poetry. Dipsomaniac modernists, self-aggrandizing narcissists, agit-propping communists are the people who write poetry. Romantics with tuberculosis, visionaries with mild psychosis, try-hard hipster scenester posers are the people who write poetry. You and I and them and us, man on street and girl on bus, full of hopes and fears and lusts are the people who write poetry. Hamilton limericks. There was a boy racer from Huntly who did up his car really gruntly. He'd drive loud and fast and abuse all he passed. He was a right little cuntly. There was a slapper from Hamilton East who had a major infection of yeast. She went on the town clubbing and spread round her loving until that beast of a yeast was released, with a priest. There was an old lady from Frankton who developed a penchant for plankton. Now I've run out of rhyme, I'll have to commit a poem crime and use the same word again, that's plankton. A good bourgeoisie from Flagstaff could no longer smile, dance or laugh. He was in a depression because there was a recession and the price of his house dropped by half. A gang of skinheads from Enderley turned their house into a drug laboratory. They cooked up some pee but used the wrong recipe and blew themselves up something horribly.